and it's recorded.
Okay, good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right.
So, is there anything that you guys want to add to that project?
Um, I mean, we have to add some other stuff, like, because the things that we have for the PowerPoint or the presentation are not enough for everyone to like participate, because what we have is only like the problem and its solution. So we need to think about uh, some other stuff to add to the presentation so that everyone can participate and have his own part.
I agree.
Yeah, so uh, uh, our problem is about education quality, and I think we should like we should can we do something else before we like present the problem and its solution? Like, can we give like a summary at the first or two slides, like a summary of uh the education quality, which, if you remember, we talked about, me and Justin and I, when we said like you do not have to pay for an example for a piano, and let's say in after 2 years you will not need that thing that you paid for previously. Like, can we add some things like that we mentioned in our meetings, and after that we can like say we choose this problem, and before the solution maybe we can say we can give some reasons, like we chose this problem because of this and this and that, then we give our solution, and then after the solution we can give maybe one or two slides saying we choose this solution maybe based on this and this and that. I mean, this is
Yeah, please, I'm sorry, can I add something?
Sure.
Yeah, so when you talked about unnecessary classes, it's a really important point, because I remember something like, for example, my son, it's for a first year for him in the college. So he had to choose many classes from elective classes. For example, one of these classes are business law. And the business law, the teacher, he like published this book, and the book like cost like $180, which is very expensive. Okay, so some of the like teachers, they force the student to purchase the book that he published, although same material, same information in other book, like it costs only $50 or $60. This is really important point.
That's
and
like a selfish way. Like, was it because he wanted to get more books bought that are his?
No, for example, I'm a teacher. I write the book. For example, I'm a teacher of science. I write the book and I force the student to take this book because I'm teaching it. And like expensive price. Some of books like cost like $220. Also, not just this problem. For example, if my son will try now, he's taking like 5 classes, and I have like a plan to move to another state. For sure, when he transfer, they will not account any of the classes. They will force him to take it again under the other college and under their books, which he will spend like a lot of money, and everything he did it like for nothing. The last point also, like for example, from elective, like something like intro psychology or philosophy, he has to take it. I see for business, it's not necessary to take these classes, as you mentioned before about like a music class.
Yeah,
Do you remember? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I totally agree. Just like, and I totally understand what you're saying. For an example, I'm a teacher, and like I published a book. With like I
Mm-hmm.
write a book. The book is mine, and I will force the students to go
Yeah.
to the nearest library or bookshop to let's say buy that book, which is like I'm the owner of that book. So it's something beneficial to that teacher, of course with all the respect to everyone, but you know, uh, but you might like purchase that book for an expensive price, just because the teacher maybe let's say published some like easy ways, or write it down some easy stuff or strategies in that book, while you can, let's say, purchase a cheaper book, uh, but the teacher will not accept that book unless it is the one which he recommended, which is his book. So yeah, I totally understand. And the situation here in Kurdistan is the same. Like we are facing that issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad that they have to spend like several $100 on textbooks for classes that aren't even, you don't need to really know that to be
Mm-hmm.
successful on your major. Like, if your major is business, why am I taking like history classes? Or
Exactly.
like, that's what we have high school for, to decide what we want to do. We don't need that in college. We already know what we're pursuing.
Sure.
Also, the funny things I faced before, that I bought $150 a book, and after like couple months when that semester end, I sell this book to the library. They pay for me $5, and the other book is $1. It's so funny, and they rent it to other students like more than 40, and they sell it as I used like around 100, or between 80 and 100. That's
Wow.
Crazy.
that's funny.
uh,
So I am going to we should have like, maybe we should have Sangar like do the introduction for everybody,
oh,
Yes.
like so that way he doesn't have a lot of like speaking to do. He can just say like our focus is quality education. That is what we worked on as a team. And then the next person will be explaining the details of what the problem is. And we can have,
And
let's see here. 1
عادي
2
في البيج ده
4 5 6
بس
7
presentation نيمز بيشتن بلكي مقادمة في سنجاري بود تو قالك نوخفت يعني قالك speaking بخامة بود
راس بيش
We are
Thanks.
9 people, so we have to have
True.
one person doing the introduction, and then the rest of us, we can divide it on 4 groups.
Mhm.
4 of us can talk about the solution, and 4 of us can talk about the problem,
Okay.
and do like a small part for each one of us.
True. Like,
Good.
So we need like key points for the problem, like how does this impact us negatively. Have
yeah.
one person talk about how expensive the books are, another person how this impacts people every day, and then the other one could talk about how much of a waste of time it is. Like,
Actually, like
yeah,
it actually is a waste of time.
yeah, exactly.
and
The
maybe
introduction خمامنا.
Jerry Rost, and maybe someone can talk about how some teachers, with all the respect, not all of them, but some teachers like force their students to, let's say, publish a specific book which is beneficial to that teacher, and that book is expensive. So between beneficial and teachers, I think someone should like talk about that too.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like in a lot of cases we overpay for books.
Mhm.
Like here in the States, they like give us a code to go online to do work, but I feel like the teachers know that it's expensive. I don't understand why they can't just make everything online for us to do, like create a create PowerPoints or create like documents to make the students' lives easier. And if they have an article, like when we pay for our education, that includes like the paper, like
Exactly.
the paper printers. So like why not use that and print the documents instead of making us spend thousands of dollars on notebook, like
Exactly.
actual books.
True.
Also, Vicky, yeah, please just mention to like peer code, what it's called, not the bookstore, the library. Like every semester they charge the student like $60 to print paper or just for using library, although we don't use it at all since last year, since the pandemic. Why they still charge like each semester $60 for paper
Extra for
and
that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree. I know. That's why I'm saying like it would be better if they instead of making us buy $100 worth of books, they have access to that, the teachers. Why can't they just print it? They're charging us for it.
True.
Okay, I'm gonna try to like make this uh as easier for everybody as possible. So I'm gonna put
for me it's totally fine. Like I can present whatever like part it is. So feel free to put me wherever you want.
okay.
All right.
But we might need your interpreting skills also.
Oh, sure.
To make sure that you can translate for them. I'm going to put you, Casey, and Sipan and Yusuf in a group, and then the rest of us in one. Like you guys will talk about the solution and or the problem, and the rest of us can talk about the solution.
Sure. Sipan, Casey, and I. And
yeah, I will like in each slide I will write something and then put the person's name in parentheses so you guys can know that that's your part.
Okay.
Like, and just so when we're presenting, you know who's going next.
All right. And so you're going to like create the PowerPoint, right?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Okay, we appreciate it. If you need anything, like any help, I'm available. So like feel free to contact me or message me on WhatsApp. Maybe some questions or some key points, like I'm available to help.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Maybe hi Dakota.
Oh, hi there. I'm sorry.
You're fine. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I'm just going to like give you a summary about maybe you did not get the point of like what we are doing here.
Okay.
We are talking about creating a presentation or preparing a presentation by PowerPoint. Yeah, great.